Alright guys, here's what we got. Anyway, so they had the fence going all the way down there. I don't know if you guys can see all the posts going all the way down to my truck. Anyway, and over here it's, so they have this gate. Okay, swings open, whatever. You know, like a regular gate. Anyway, but all this in here is friggin' just lost. I'm gonna clear this out, man. I took down the fence. It was four. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 spans, and it was just high tension wire. They used they were using these as you know, they threaded it through there. So whatever that's for. Anyway, that's got to come out. I hope it's not real deep. But look at all this in here that's just been lost. So I'm going to pull all these out. I think I'm going to use the boom on my bucket because I can, it's got a control down by the box. And, you know, I know all you got to do is wrap a chain around and they pull right out with the skid steer. But I don't want to get in and out, you know, 50 times or whatever that is. But, I mean, look at all this. This has all been lost. This is not... This is even bigger, you know. So here is, I believe that's probably the neighbor's fence. But, so that's kind of crappy right there. I'm going to re-string that. But then from this point on, he's kept it in really good shape. You can see, well, not great shape, not the best in the world, but I mean, that's a nice fence all the way down there. So look, his woods, but look at all this lost area here. That fence, so, I mean, over here, this is over 30 feet. So where the hell is the fence post? Right there. So all the way from there, all the way over to here. I mean, all this in here is just gonna be, you know, I'm going to clear it. So that's what's going on here. And a lot of these limbs that are hanging over, I'm going to knock those off. I can get up on the bucket and do that. I'm going to talk to my neighbor first and tell him I'm doing it because he's a cool guy and I don't want to piss him off. But anyway, I'm going to have, you know, I saved the fence. I rolled it up. I'll show you. I've just been kind of, man, there are pricker thorn shit all over the place. So these things, I'm just going to pop them out, man. I don't want the stubs there or anything. I'm going to try to just pop them out with the skid steer. But the thing is, and I started thinking about it here, I had to cut a few of these just to get in there. This was all prickers and shit in here. And I had to cut a few of those just, you know, I was sick of them branches, like the scraggly shit scratching my face, so I just knocked those off. And just a few branches and some little, I mean, there's a huge pile of brush, man. And I don't want to handle this stuff more than once. I want to pull it out, chop off the root ball, and throw it in a chipper. I don't want to make a bunch of piles and then come back with the chipper. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking now. I'm going to sleep on it. But yeah, I'm reclaiming all that. That's going to be great. I mean, look at that. You know, so there's where the post was, and all the way over there. I mean, that's 30 feet at least, 35, and it gets bigger as you go down. And I've just been cleaning up some of these trees. I want to be able to get the 1086 around here, the brush hog, when I need to. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to leave some of these trees. I'm just going to clean them up. I'm not going to take out every single tree, but, like, you know, I might have to knock off one more limb off of that and whatever. But see, if I had a chipper, I would have just chipped all that. So I don't want to, I don't like working harder than I have to, and I'm not lazy by any means. I mean, you know, anyway, maybe I am lazy and I just rub those on sandpaper. But the old lady likes it when I rub her back. Anyway, so here's what we got going on. I think I'm just going to wrap a sling around here, up there, And then I can control it from right there, you know what I mean? And I can literally be right here and just chain it up and then turn around and hit the thing, pull up a little bit, and it's articulating and it's rotary. So I can, you know, pull in the spot and get, you know, 5 or 6 of them, and then pull up and get 5 or 6 more. Well, like this corner post, that post should be 30 feet back there, man. I mean, yeah, they're great. That's real nice. I hope I can, I mean, I'm gonna use my bandsaw and just cut those off and then try to pull them straight out, wrap a chain around it. I'll figure it out. But you know what I think it was? I think they were just lazy. Like, you know, there was some stuff in the way, so they just went like 15 feet in, like, oh, this is nice and clear. Let's just put a fence there, you know? And they've lost, I don't know how good this video is, but whatever. I figured I'd shoot one. And then we're running out of wood. And I don't, so here's the high-tensile wire I wrapped up. And then it goes all down here. This is actually that V. And there's a little ravine in there. I don't know. I may leave this fence here, you know, and just clear out some of those limbs that are hanging out. And just leave this woods. But I don't know. I haven't fully decided. I mean, for now, anyway. After I move here, I can clear more. I don't want to bite off too much. But I've been back in here. See, so, yeah, there's the neighbor's fence. Look at that. That's, I mean, it's not bad, you know. And that's barbed wire. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, that's a good fence right there. So, and that goes all the way up to that, you know, I showed you where it starts. So I just been back in here. I chopped down this tree. We need some wood. You know, this is just little stuff. I'll come back here with the skid steer. So I chopped down this tree. My wedge was all right. I mean, it went where I wanted it to. You know. So, you know, it went where I wanted it to. Look at this. There was barbed wire in there. But it must have been rotted in there. Because it didn't dull my chain even a little bit, you know. But you can tell that fence was in there. But I saw a bunch of more stuff after it, so it didn't dull my chain. So this is an oak tree here. And I've been sawing it up, working on it. You know, some, whatever, there's some wood I sawed up. You know, very exciting times over here. But I'm going to come back here and with the skid steer. And I got a trailer. I don't know. I might hook that up to the bucket truck or the 1086 or something. But anyway, I'll show you down in this little ravine. I mean, eventually I could reclaim. I mean, like all this grass will grow here. You know. There's another dead one. But I'll save that one for when I'm ready. I'm not going to knock it down. It'll stay dry in the air, you know. But what do we have back here? So, okay, cool. So like these are red oaks. And a nice big, I mean, it's not real fat yet, but I mean, those are red oaks. And then, so red oak, and all these are white oaks right through there. And then here's this little draw, this ravine that comes into a point over there. There's actually another gate over here to get into this. Like, I don't know, man, that doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. So here's down in the ravine. There's something cool I found down here. Not this garbagey shit, but I think at one time they might have tried to like dam this off or something, man. Sorry about shaking around, but you guys try to walk in this shit and not shake around. Yeah, look at this. So all these rocks here, you see them there, and then they go to there. So, I mean, what's that all about? You know, it looks like maybe they, but I mean, I don't know. Rocks wouldn't really make a great dam, but anyway, I don't know. That's kind of weird that that's all back here, so if I need any rocks, I know where to go. The west side. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry for moving all around, guys. But there's some mature timber here. Like, there's another white oak. And then that's actually the neighbor's. This one is the neighbor's. That one's mine. Those are red oaks, and they're both dead. So that's like a future source of firewood there. So here, I'll point it at me. So that's about it. I'm just clearing this stuff. I gotta get a friggin' chipper, man. I mean, or I'd burn it. But I mean, matches are cheap. You know what I mean? But with all this land I got, man, I mean, a chipper's gonna be nice to have, you know? I don't want to be, you know, I mean, and I'm not gonna set a fire now because, oh, shit. Motherfucker. You know, I'll catch all that shit on fire. That looks pretty, flammable. So, yeah, there's another fence they put up. High tinsel wire. These people had horses, and you know, I keep finding they weren't good at it because I keep finding dead ones, and I don't mean one or two. I mean a lot of them. And the neighbor said they had this like blind draft horse, and it kept knocking up like all the other horses or whatever. And then they would die in the birthing process because, you know, they got knocked up by a draft horse. So, I don't know. I guess the guy was blind, but, or not the guy. But, yeah, he was a guy. He was a friggin' horse, though. Because, you know, he was blind, but I guess he knew where to go get that. You know what I mean? So that's, I guess life's not over if you go blind, guys. Because he knocked up a bunch of them. Anyway, whatever, that's just kind of some random shit. But I'm getting some stuff done. It's nice being out here. Been working on the house a lot. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's one guy, man. The boy went home. And I'm going to say something about the boy. He's 11, but he has been a huge help. Like, the little bastard's kind of strong, man. Like, we were carrying stuff, and he had the other side, and like, he did good. Like, he carried his side, and that shit was heavy to me, you know. So yeah, I was really happy to have him, but he went back home, so now it's just me, and I'm getting done what I can get done, you know. Whatevs. Alright, comment, rate, subscribe if you want to. That's just a little video I'll throw up here or there. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Anyway, so comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to.